light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like window chimes.
Hisao, you came?
Hold on, bro, I suck. I turn to face his voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Your crush, or the girl you like. Hello, welcome. I'm gonna be starting a new series today. Here's hoping, cause this other series I've done, I have not completed.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest, I have not completed them. That's me. Put my right hand up, that's me. But, you know, I feel good about this. This game's called Katawa Shoujo. It's like a 2D game like Doki Doki Literature Club and Tsunaragi Test School. But I don't think there's gonna be killing. It's a romance type of game, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get straight into it. Enough of me yapping. If you're new, I hope you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. All I hope is to make your day a little bit better. And here we go. I don't know what to expect. I'm a bit scared. Let me keep it a beam. Ooh, snowing. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like window chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. My lonely ass can't get in here, bro. Sorry. The decadus trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together fiercely to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Hisao. That's her name. Yes, R. That's us. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. He's using big words that I can't handle. The slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of the W sound effects, I heard that. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me. Interrupting the quiet mood, someone is approaching me from behind. Pause. Wait, why did I say pause? Hisao, you came? This is probably a girl. I got this.
Hisao, you came?
Hold on, bro. I suck. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. Oh, you are a loser.
Oh my god.
Just like me. Hey. You alright, pal? Me and you are the same. I turn to face his voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Your crush, or the girl you like. Looks like I'm watching a 2000 anime. Iwanako. I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Oh, he was trying to find more, but it backfired.
Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it.
This voice is not gonna work, y'all. I gotta do better. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Oh, heartbeat. Oh. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself. Oh my gosh. You honey. Let me stop. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Can I get a round of applause?
No.
I said cacophonous. I messed it up now, but I said it before like it was nothing. Oh, I'm a genius. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. Oh, she's shy. She's doing this. I'm not gonna do it because that's mad ayo. But yeah. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. throat is tight. Pause. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, oh, I wanted to know. Oh, if you'd go out with me. Oh! I stand there motionless, safe from my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? I reach out to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. You better talk to her or she's gonna think you a creep. Come on now. Hisao! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. She just yelled at us. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. Oh, he passed out. He passed out. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the innocent clatter of the branches above. Did I die? Did I die? Excuse me? It's the start of the game? I died? Orly Studio presents Katawa Shoujo. Shoujo? Katawa Shoujo? Inspiration, right? Writer. Oh, hold on, we're getting animations. Writing. Damn, it's a lot of people that wrote this. Must be a banger. Am I dead? What happened, bro? Is that a bullet? No, that can't be a bullet. Whoa, look at that clock ticking. What am I saying? That clock ticking in HD. What did I get myself into? I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm playing. Oh! It's been 4 months since my heart. Oh my gosh. Whoa. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. Ooh. Sorry, I'm a bit of a dummy. Let me just. Arrhythmia refers to an irregular heartbeat, either too fast, too slow, or erratic. It's a broad term covering any problem with the rate or rhythm of the heartbeat. So an abnormal rate of which the heart beats. Yeah. A strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes the heart to He was gonna explain it to us. I didn't have to research it, bro. Causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast, it could be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Got bailed out. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. Damn! That shows that your parents cared about you. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Damn! In Canada, healthcare is free. Let me stop. Let me stop. Of course there isn't a cure. Jeez, what? Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatment. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cars. Damn, they think you're dead. GG's. But the visitors soon dwindled and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. Damn, they forgot about you. Fuck. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class prop.
Oh my god.
That's depressing. So they don't really care about you. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. What happened to Nanako? Nanako, right? The girl that confessed her feelings to you. Where is she? Oh, Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. Damn. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. So that was a confession / heartbreak. Literally, his heart broke. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest, which slowly changes appearance over time, aka healing. Thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. What do you do for entertainment? Read a book? That's not bad. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I think that's what a definition of a library is. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I like reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other. Differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like the time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. Brother, that's depressing. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. Other times, all the times that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. Damn, bro. That shit depressing, bro. Fuck it, just cry. It's okay. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. He feels bad for you. Parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Because he's gonna say some bad news. Hello, Hizao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him, like this. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. Does that mean he can't do cardio? He can't run? We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hand and take a look myself. Feeling numb, how am I supposed to react to this? Or milligrams a day, nausea, damn. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. That means a lot. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. side effects, adverse effects, you got me, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. Yeah, just leave that to your parents. All this for the rest of my life? Every day? Rest of his... I thought this was temporary. Oh no. I'm afraid this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medication is always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Oh, sorry. Also, I've spoken with your parents and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. Damn! What? How am I supposed to talk to... Actually, she doesn't even like me anymore. Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. You're calling me disabled, those... Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a jump one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. He has a point. This isn't This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a gosh darn opportunity. Damn, he sounds pissed. He doesn't like this. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of the colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. Oh. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? My normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know it's futile. I look around the room feeling very tired of all of this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to the disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. Alright, Hisao? A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of me to get through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I try to see what my new life will look like. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck the past, bro. You can create new memories now. Hey, that's you. Act 1. Life expectancy. Ouch. Alright. Finish the prologue. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. This is the school? In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembling to a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. Hey, that's facts. So I walked towards the main building of Yamako Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees, the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. W mindset. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school. In the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I step into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing around me catch my attention. Is it spring? It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. That's why it's my favorite color. I love green. But sometimes green looks like poop and pee and vomit. What? We won't talk about that. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building. Damn, what does haughty mean? I'll skip that over. I surprised myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Oh! Tall man, you must be Niki? Nakai. Hisao Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither formal nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. Rolex? The head nurse asks you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Damn, my health don't matter? Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Oh, fuck. I gotta go in front of the class. Oh, no. I don't really like being the center of attention, facts, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why? Yeah, of course. Do I have to? Why? Do I have to? We're thinking the same thing. This might be me. Of course not. That's why I ask. Oh, okay. Right. Let's go then. Oh, he's lying. He's gotta be. How does pounding my chest? Oh, he's about to pass out again. Oh, he's pounding my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my conditions as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. 3. Mewtwo. I'm just gonna call him Mewtwo, bro, like the Pokemon. Mewtwo opens the door and enters. I'm just gonna call him teacher, bro. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. Sorry. I sounded so Canadian there. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least, not this soon. Whoa! I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious kids of my new classmates. Damn, bro. This reminds me when I was in school, bro. First time I came to Canada, the teacher put me in front of the classroom and made me introduce myself. That was the top 10 scariest things in my life. Shit. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by the blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. Stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? They do look normal. What's she doing? Does she have a Rinnegan or Sharingan? Like, what's going on here? Oh, this guy might be a demon, bro. By demon, I don't actually mean a demon, but like, you gonna start something. Her, I think she's just an airhead. Probably like me and have something wrong with them. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seemed to be missing the thumb on her right hand. It's a little jarring. Which one? Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. Damn, look at that. Is that Peter Griffin? From Family Guy. Never stop, bro. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. Oh, I see her, like the one from before. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the classroom. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. I saw that. The girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language. She peers at me over the rims of her glasses. Is this her? Then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. Uh-oh. Someone called Hisao's eye. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with the pink hair sitting next to her. Oh, okay. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her at the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands and so does everyone else except one girl in the first row who was only... Oh my gosh, she has one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. After the applause, there's a brief silence that nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noises, shuts up as he loses his momentum, then starts introducing me. Damn, teach, gotta tee up. Nobody seems to be too interested. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing. Oh, I should have done that. Okay, so this is a story choice. Damn. All right. I mean, I should have knew that from the start, but it's. Yeah, I saw it in action. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and has to write it on the blackboard. I do that and turn back to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drowns out about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandage stump. Damn, it makes me feel a little bad. Hey, teach. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Oh my gosh, this is one of my biggest fears, group talk. Like back then, I was a bit of a shy kid. Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. Oh, class rep. Insho. I believe in Japanese. Right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignment and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. A trio. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. You could have told me. Oh, right. Hakamichi's right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Oh, okay. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. You're right? Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? Nice to meet you. Let me bow. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shi-chan. Oh! Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She's deaf. Oh my gosh. That's sad. She has short and carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses, glands on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. Damn. It's nice to meet you. Shizune. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. She just did this. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. Am I gonna get to learn sign language? I started to wonder the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you? I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Because you came first. Shi-chan is deaf. So I'm the person who translates things back and forth with her, for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says, it's nice to meet you too. Oh, thank you. How do I say nice to meet you too? And let me stop. let me cool it down. Oh, she's shy. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course, he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right? Misha looks at me with a weird expression, then continues. We don't know much about him, but maybe we'll find out later. Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given a better first impression that the teacher's done and fumbling with my name. Damn, they really make me regret my choice. Damn. We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon. Hi-chan, right? Okay, that's actually awkward. I should have just introduced myself. But whatever, I gotta live with my choices. Hi-chan. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it too loud? It's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname. Oh, he's out. I don't really see how. He's out. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Oh, look at her. She's talking. You look just like a Hi-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. They're doing some jutsu type stuff. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Aha! Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there is anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. But I need a translator, or interpreter, entrepreneur, right? Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful, yeah. I just kind of came straight to class today. Why is she looking at me like that? What happened? That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always. Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really? Shi-chan? Learn about where you're going, so I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with half-assedly, but anyway. I won't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like stomping over my feet. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly, deeply. He looked down. Are you okay? Oh, don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed the test. Wahahaha! Alright. Shizune. I'm trying to remember the names. Shizune, Misha. Shizune, Misha. Shizune, Misha. Another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Why is she? She's blushing. Oh. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Oh. Yep. Shizune is fine. I think that would have been. Shi-chan would have been too soon. Too soon. Not yet. We just met. Yeah, okay. That'll be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I'll feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. I think she read my mind. Huh? All right, we haven't even touched the assignment. Oh yes, assignment. She can't read my mind. We should start working now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Wahahaha, that too. Why is she blushing? Shizune glares at two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Ooh, look at that transition. Still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class. Despite our late start, Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention, a little more easily distracted. Misha, pink-haired, class rep, blue-haired? Shizune? Fuck, bro. I'll get these right, don't worry. Not to mention, a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. What are you gonna feed us? Oh, steak? Nah. Ew, that. I don't think that's art. It's a bit yuck. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. Misha's nice, bubbly and energetic. She's very welcoming. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. Hey, Misha, it's the cafeteria. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are too accommodate students who need special diets. Ooh, how nice. It almost feels like back at the hospital eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. Pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. These are my trio, bro. These are my two friends. They helped me out in my first day at school. As I nibbled indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. What's she saying? Oh, she's blushing. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite. Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guys, so you should ask us if there's something. I wonder. Ask about the library. I think I got everything to know. Ask about Shizune's deafness. I am curious about that, but will it create weird tension, weird vibes? Let me work to that. Let me ask about the library. Yeah, is there a library in the school? Like they have forgotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There is. It's in the second floor. We could show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return to my floor while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. They're gossiping right in front of my eyes. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. Quickly notice a conversation and sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrived in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Damn. They won't give me... Alright. I'll live with it. I was gonna ask about her deafness, but I feel like that was a bit too rude. We arrived in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Oh! What the hell? The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. What happened to your face? Huh! She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. That means there is no elegance whatsoever. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from her presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally, the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's this long. Maybe it's a long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Damn! Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Miki-chan. You gotta hurry already since there is a lot of work for us to do. Damn! Them two are busy. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Oh wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on. The nurses have their own building, so you have to go outside. Oh, good. That ugly art, bro. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls running out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. Damn! When we get outside, the girls make their way to the small building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaka Finnish founding office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool. Wow! How is that official? Whoa! That really made her mad. Look. I asked how is that official. Boom! Look at her face. Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. They'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Alright, thank you too. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with text, head nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my... Sorry. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. This guy's a drinker of coffee. Oh, hello, smiling man. You don't look creepy at all. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Where are your dimples at? I don't see it. Are you the nurse? He smells like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Oh yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Like that? Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his finger. Well, you're that, Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Okay. What? Why is he blushing? Oh, hell! some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency? Right. Deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been debriefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there is a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. Well, like the feeling of a hospital. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Oh, so this guy's just awkward. Like me too. Like us. It's just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. We'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shovels stacks of paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. Yeah, check out the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Damn. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all 4 walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. That smile scares me. So you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Okay. Apart from that, do you do any sports, rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? What? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Yeah, I'm serious-faced. I don't box. Partner. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates on some blue lock shit. I'm gonna watch. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Damn! No cardiovascular activity. Oh! My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, but just to have something to do. Anyway, kind of a concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Facts? Was the previous one caused by sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of that cause in your papers. Actually, no. This one girl I was talking to, she told me she confessed her feelings to me. It was going well until it wasn't. My heart beat, some blood was rushing in somewhere else. And then I passed out. I woke up in the bedroom 6 months later. Not exactly. I sighed. What is that face he's making, bro? I sidestepped the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise will do you good. Just no cardio. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told, man, I'd swim. If there's a place where I can just swim, I'd do it. It has to be nearby though, because I'm really lazy. You were? Very good. At any rate, and I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. Goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously pleased. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. Alright. I'm ushered out before I even realized it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although Auxiliary building. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. Ha! I'm alone again. No Shizune. No. Damn, what happened to the music? Hold on. Let me stop. It's the first real look I get at the other students. So I watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate or the dorms. Wait, where's my dorm? Everyone seems to know where they are going, but I don't. I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? Yeah, I'd say so. One of us? Hold on. I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. Go take a shower and sleep. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass. Oh, that fills the atmosphere. You know that smell, bro. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. 4 months, right? 6 months? Damn. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Who's my roommate? I know I'm gonna have one. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Damn. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my hand around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Always a girl. Climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. Oh, a co-ed shower? Shit. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates of the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? Gotta greet the neighbors or the roommates or whatever. From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Damn, who are you? A bespectacled boy. That's a word. He's standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Man, who do you think you are? Kabuto from Naruto? Stop it, bro. Stop it. You're not him. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Oh, yuck! Hisao Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce mine. His face only brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? The name's Kenji. Hi. I say Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. Yuck. If you don't wipe your hands off, why is it sweaty? Still rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. Good looks, Kenji. Good looks. It was probably my... Gosh. Your parents. You sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. You don't even trust your parents? Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn. You are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. What are you talking about? He squints his eyes. How can you tell he squints his eyes? He's wearing stainless steel eyeglasses that you can't see. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I think he's blind. I slide the key into the lock of the door, marked 119. My room. Black beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal like my hospital room was. Damn. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hichan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Aw, that's cute. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. Kind of hope I would have. Then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down in the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. Damn, you didn't go to the library. One of the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming and for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, medication. Bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Isao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Damn! It doesn't really say that, but it could. Oh, it doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted, having a life depend on chemicals like these. I resent it a little. But what choice do I have? You don't have a choice. You gotta live. Got to. With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Ooh, until it's nighttime. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like, against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. Well, this is your first time sleeping not on the not on the hospital bed and not in your room at your house. I keep drifting up further away from the world I knew. You're gonna sleep. Damn, I knew it. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. That was cute. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. You may be retired. It's okay. This is my room, isn't it? Yeah? Yeah, right? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. His room in his home. The hospital room. And now this. Damn. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. Bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I downed them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before stressing up. You're not gonna shower, you're not gonna wash your face, you're not gonna lotion your body. Straight into it, I guess. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh clothes against my back is a good one, a natural one. Feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Damn! Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Probably. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I don't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday. So maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. I'm gonna join a club? Hell yeah. All through class, the question remains in my head, so I decided to ask Shizune about it. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. Oh wait, how are we gonna communicate? What the heck? Why is she looking at me like that? She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so the top is perfect and evenly flat. Why is she blushing now? Oh, Misha, say me. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hee-chan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Well, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. Oh, okay. So you actually transferred at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. Oh, that's what I said. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. I don't know, Hee-chan. The truth is, it's a local event. I'm not from this area, so... Oh. She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. She must be confident about this. Oh, who cares? Okay. Alright. Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind the festival will inevitably change with time. That's what she said? Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games they play to win prizes. Teacher clears his throat very loudly, battling his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. He's gonna tell us to sit down in our desks. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, although brushing it off without a care. We're in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Shi-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? Yes. Could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune looks at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group and no one seems to notice her but me. Ooh. Where's she going? She's the one with the face, right? I glanced at the teacher who's also looked at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything? Hee-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Okay, well, they didn't notice it too, damn. Okay, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Oh, okay. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. Yay! Wahahaha! Okay, Hichan, perfect. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. What happened? Before I had the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything, but it's good that there's no homework. Oh, where's my translator? Why is she looking at me like that? Oh, Misha, thank you. Yes, it is, Hichan. Impossible. Really? Really? I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. That's a W friend right there. That's a good friend. You need a friend like Misha. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing. It will take some time to get used to. Facts. It's only your second day. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Oh, look at her. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Are you sure, Hichan? Very sure. You're wrong, Hichan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence, my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Oh, she's competitive. Wahahaha. That was a bit delayed, sorry y'all. Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. Uh-oh, lunchtime. I'd argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. That ugly hour again, bro. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Whoa, where'd they came from? Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria? Ha ha ha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. Where else are we gonna eat? Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I went to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. What am I talking about, bro? In high school, I ate at a chemistry class. It was very vibey, bro. The people there were entertaining. Good old days. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pulls me towards the cafeteria, which is spongy and not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hichan, you want to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? Right, Hichan? Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she was about to deliver a speech. Hichan, do you have anything you're really interested in? Books. I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Hichan? Right? But it seems that they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a really popular club. Damn, that's tough. Oh, what's he saying? Okay, but more to the point, Hichan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Wahaha, that looks like your waha. Oh, it is. Good, great. That's great, Hichan. Really great. Ha! Wahaha! Why is it so great? No reason. They're gonna invite me to their own little club. I see it. Well, Hichan, other than the clubs and upcoming festival, there's one other thing. Student council.
Oh my god.
They will make me join. I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. It was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. Pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Ha ha ha! Right. Hichan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. I knew it. Fuck it, let's join. Let's join. They're my only friends here, bro. I might as well. Actually, Shichan is the president. Damn! I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try to get you to. So you're admitting that... No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course, it would be nice if you joined it and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend the time with us at the school? Hichan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Ooh. Who's your eyes going to, Hichan? Well, you might as well. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council. I don't even have a choice. What? No. Oh, see, Shichan. Of course it wouldn't go so easily. Oh, she doesn't seem to care. Yep, that's right. Though it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shichan owes me candy now. You're betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Wahaha, that's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student What? I've never heard of this game. No, absolutely not. Oh, why not? Well, because you two have both the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yup. Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that the both of you can team up. I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I'll have to decline. Not even rock, paper, scissors? Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us and that we will pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. They wanted to join this council. How many people are there, bro? Is it just you two? No! How about a game of paper football instead? Of rich man, poor man, paper football. Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper chop. I was thinking in my head. It's the one in Avengers Endgame where Tony Stark and Nebula were stuck in the ship and they were flicking the football in the goalpost. Yeah, it's a game where they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children. Shichan? Wahahaha! That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Haha! Yeah. That's true. How did you know, Hichan? Because you recommended it? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempt to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it won't be so bad. You're only friends here. Okay, Hichan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. Huh? I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. What are you talking about, girl? Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Are Really, Shichan? We can play just for fun. Shichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room. Then Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. Oh, okay. It's a board game? Wahaha. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for them. It's more for show than anything. Oh. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. She was there. During afternoon class, a long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice it, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. They're really I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they are on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. Wahaha, what's so wrong, Hichan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I started thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? What's it? What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seems a little silly. That's not true, Hichan. Shichan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging. Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Oh, what are they doing? Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large. Even a little larger than a classroom. Larger than your classroom? There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer, just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Damn. It's just 3 of us. They got me. Are we early? No. I knew it. It's just 3 of us. What do you mean no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? Actually. Yeah, that's right. Well, before I manage to ask why that's the case, she usually claps her hands together very energetically. Isha, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. You want to know the rules? We're gonna explain to you while we set everything up. While Misha's talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking, running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from 2 fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. What game are we playing? What game is this? Shichan wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move. I'm thinking. Shichan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. The fact that she would dangle over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no! Because she's competitive. They're both competitive, actually. Shi-chan admires your fighting spirit and will be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. Ha 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 ha. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I'll expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. That's what I'm saying. Misha, that's what I'm saying, but I don't know what he's saying. She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who returns and signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples, as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Oh wait, please slow down, Shi-chan. Hichan, Shi-chan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world. Sorry. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. What? What's the face? Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. She has something. She says you have no chance if you keep playing at this. No, you won't. It's a trap. It's smart to play defensively here. She has a point. Attack aggressively. Defense wins games. It's likely that she's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup, and I'm not going to wreck it doing something reckless. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration. I'm just gonna guess, excitedly pump her fist. Wahaha! Hichan, you lost when you allowed me to take North America. I mean Shi-chan, not me. You got overzealous. Why you look at me like that? Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5 armor bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you had more guts. How disappointing. Damn! She won and she's telling me I suck. That's what she's doing. Ambition, Hichan. Your play needs to be more daring. Ambition. Damn. I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Hichan. You didn't take enough risks. That's why the game is called Risk. I gotta. Well played. You didn't take enough risk, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Hichan. Damn, what's it to her if I play too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face. And then she goes closer. Damn. Wonder if you even be any good for the student council. Excuse me? What's this reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case. Giving up just like that? I expected more of you. Seriously? Is she gonna try to talk me into joining the council? She says, I don't even want to join. It's only my 2nd day. I can't make that kind of commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any of their clothes yet. And these two, they're a little weird, but they are my friends. They welcome me with open arms. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clothes before I decide. Really, Hichan? You're not just saying that to make us feel better? Yeah, I'm just not sure that I want to. Aw. Okay, Hichan, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe, but there's still a chance you'll come around. Come on, we could really have fun. We could play more Risk, and maybe one day you could beat me. She really... Whew. Unless we graduate before that. She's really like taunting me, bro. Doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know? Wahaha, surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game, you know then, to give you a handicap. Damn! I'll destroy you in chess. Might have said that just to make you feel better, after all. Oh, that's cold, Hee-chan. I think I glanced at the clock on the wall and realized I spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I want to go to the library, but it's not closed yet, is it? Susan scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shi-chan. Well, we think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks, it's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Uh-oh. Wide, of course, and plain. Like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other, unmarked rooms. How big is this school? Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. GG's. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though, just barely ajar. Barely slightly open. The door is slightly open. Yeah, learned that in grade school. So that I can see is open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open. And while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly happily push on the, is it? I don't know, whatever. The center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind so much that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it's much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head over further inside to gain sight of the rooms as fast as possible, the meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Oh, hello, hello. This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of this solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. She must be someone, bro. The situation stills my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eye. Teacup? And opens her eyes but doesn't look at me. Hello there, may I help you? Wavy-haired girl. Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice that reminds me she's a being separate from the room itself. Could she be blind? Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on. Damn, she's just sitting. But even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite of her. The girl resting the teacup and the saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That and the slight cloudiness to her eyes means that she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. I knew it! I knew that boy was blind. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. What's the other half? To take my seat. Her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. She must be like fancy. She must be someone's daughter. Someone rich, bourgeoisie's daughter. I take it you're a new student from Yamaku. Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting, one which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I'm Lily Sato. Pleased to meet you. A Lily? Like from Tekken Lily? Hisao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. What type of tea is it? As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As Aline sallies to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the difference disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Liddy herself seems to have workarounds for problems I never thought of. I just realized, what is Misha's defect? Like, what's her reason for going to this school? Because as far as I know, she's perfectly normal. Yeah. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school. The school library, Shizune and me, some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup. As she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred. Aware of Miss Hakamichi, are most students to be with them means you're in class 3-3, no? That's right, the science room with Mito. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. Oh, does that mean? As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell is quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please, there's nothing to be too formal. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try to ask her about herself, as if it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct, I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and specifically for both blind and partially blind students. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing Homeboy is there too, right? Kenji. I see. Sorry. Oh, I get it. I feel like stopping myself with a faux pas. Faux pas? Look at her face, though she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it. My mind, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Sure, sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. Well, the same can't be said for everyone. Many have come to terms with their conditions. A category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I segue into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at. Her place of peace. I come here fairly often during night times. My duties as class rep don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea. Class rep, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerism seems to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join? That's true. Over there, Shizune is trying to make me join the whatchamacallit club, their club. More popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunchtimes, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, those such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing to a club right away seems slightly unappealing. One of the schools shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Ah, good, that's a relief. I really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. Oh wow. As I look over to the window over my shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. We're getting an anime love scene. I see it coming into the room as a distinctly orange tint. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh, the time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time. Sorry, Sa, I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to allay her concern. Oh no, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think of it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case. True, it's open until 6:30 during weekdays. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, and her hands slowly neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Come to think of it, shall I show you to where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right. Unless my navigational skill fails me. Look like Zorro. Which they seem to have a habit of doing. It's alright, I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard, so I did not hear her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. You. She sends up to follow me. She takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looked much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Okay. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walked through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated at the center of the room, in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. What a real gentleman. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we follow in. To the left is the wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. Wow. It easily dwarfs my old school's library with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says it to thin air since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. What? Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. Ow! Hello, the origin. Apparently the librarian quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention. Hi Lily, how can I help you? Hi Lily, how can I help you? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head. Oh, what was you doing under there? Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped. And when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry. I couldn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies and was frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems to fit a library perfectly. Lily, did you get my message? Oh, the 2 important books that arrived? Right, they finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does. Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian. You call each other, but... No, that's probably my last name. Pleased to meet you. Hisao, right? Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao. For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget. Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Oh, God. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library? Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror. Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility. How to any responsibility at all? I still don't get. Her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. But, so there are a lot of books in Braille here. I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense. Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio. Makes sense given all the blind students that be here. Yeah. It's only that how come this library is so big in the first place? Well, we got a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. I spend more new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and shelve all of them. It's so troublesome and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job. Damn. Really? A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. TMI. I'll go check the aisles if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me. Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if it's alright with you. What book did I find? My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few months, I have a respectable stack of book in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily and stuck with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd student sitting at the desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. Who? It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, would make sure it look like she's really into it. Alright, y'all. Leave it there for now. I know it's kind of an odd place to leave it at, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Just a little cliffhanger for y'all. Yes, I'll be playing this. Will I finish this whole series? I hope so. That is the goal. If you made it this far, I hope you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't. All I hope is to make your days a little bit better. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Peace.